Hi, Mike here again from Clearview Mirrors in Melbourne. Over the last 4 years we've been developing our new Clearview Power Fold mirrors. These are for the 200 series Landcruiser at the moment. We've got other models that are about to be released. This one's going onto a VX Cruiser, which is purely just a plug and play. It's got some additional wiring to it with a little brain box that double side tapes to the door, and we're going to go through the install on that. There's plenty of fitting instructions on our website already showing you how to take the mirrors off, how to fit the mirrors. There's only a couple of differences between these and the other ones. If you've got a GXL Cruiser, you'll need to have a push button put into the dash. On the VX Cruiser, that's the button there. We make a button like this with the Clearview Power Fold written on it, and you have to wire it into the car because the car doesn't come standard with a Power Fold mirror. With the Saharas, they will plug and play also, and the fold will operate when you lock the doors as well. If you need cameras for the mirrors for a Sahara and also blind spot monitoring, we can organise that for you, but there's a bit of a story behind that. For the moment, I'll get on and I'll do the installation of this for you so you can see how easy it is to install. Okay, first of all, we supply you with longer nuts than what Toyota supply standard, so we prefer it if you use those that we give you. When you take the nuts off, disconnect the wiring. There's the Power Fold brain module that we've got here, and it attaches here. So you need to disconnect that. That's only just so that you can get it through the hole in the door. And disconnect the electrics and also the blue and yellow one, which is the indicator, and the loom will come off in your hand. Just put that aside for the moment, and then we're going to install this on the car. Just come around this side here, and you can see the Power Fold wires here to the motor. You need to make sure that you don't get them trapped in between the base and the door. Put the nuts on, hold the mirror base in tight to the car, and then do the top one up first. Check your rubber up here and make sure it's sealing correctly. Then put the other nuts on. Once you do this, we rattle it up. When we're doing this up, I don't know whether you can see this or not, but this is a 10.8 volt drill. It's not an 18. Right, you don't want to be using an 18 volt drill on here because you'll snap the studs. Right, if you don't have that, use a small 1/4 inch drive ratchet. And if your battery's getting a little bit low like this one is, well, finish it off with a hand socket. Okay. I've seen so many guys use a 1/2 inch drive on these. Don't use that. You're going to break the studs for sure. I've had people do it. That's all you need. Little 1/4 drive, 10mm socket, right? And they just need to be nipped up. They don't need to be over tensioned, right? They'll never come undone on the car. Doesn't matter how many corrugations you go over. I've never ever had them come loose. Okay. Now that you've got it bolted up on the car, we've got all this wire in here, and the reason we make it as long as it is so that we can tuck this away back into the door panel out of the way. This one here is the heaters. This customer hasn't asked for heaters, so he's not having the heaters fitted, so it's in the module, right? We have the blue and yellow wires. Now you might notice that there's also another blue and yellow wire. These ones have got stripes on them. They're not an indicator wire. The indicator wire is the bright blue and bright yellow ones, and you've got to make sure that's connected. Once you on the VX, just plug that in, and then once you've attached your power fold module, this one here, you'll find that that should all work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the ignition on. And there you go, automatically works. Now we tell you to cycle it 3 times before you go out and start using it. The reason for this is so that the motor inside finds its location and beds in. Okay, don't manually fold them. There's no need to do that when you've got a button. Okay, now we've done that, turn the ignition off again. And now, using this double-sided tape here, I'm going to fit this down here into the door, because it's out of the way down there. All right, and then just tuck your existing wires away down here somehow, just so that they're not in the way. Make sure that they clear the holes in the door where these popper clips and that go into, and you should find that your electrics on your mirror head are working as they should do. And your indicator. Beautiful. Okay, now you've got all your wiring and everything in place. Just refer back to your fitment video and put all your door trim and everything back on, and Bob's your uncle.